The local state of emergency declared by leaders of the Cowichan Tribes has been extended indefinitely. After a shocking spike in the number of suicides and suicide attempts this year, leaders of the First Nations community called out for help. It was back in May. Tribal leaders put the community under a state of emergency. And now, 90 days later, the chief and council say the situation is getting worse and their cry for help needs to get louder. CTV's Scott Cunningham reports.
Both my brothers killed themselves. They've been gone for years now.
The scars left by suicide are old for Patrick Joe, but the loss of his two brothers still feels fresh. His is a story all too common on Cowichan Tribes land.
If you don't have it like close to you, it's somebody you know and somebody that's related to you. Everybody's touched by it in this community.
In May, the Cowichan Tribes declared a state of emergency, trying to draw attention to an epidemic of suicide. In the first 5 months of 2012, 57 tribe members issued suicide alerts, while 4 took their own lives. In the past 2 months, 5 more killed themselves. A dramatic increase in suicide since the state of emergency was declared.
It's a cycle of pain. Our community doesn't know how to confront their pain, deal with their pain.
Councillor Stephanie Charlie says the call for help needs to be louder and to be heard by all levels of government. The chief and council here have voted to keep the state of emergency in place indefinitely. With no end in sight, the question now, is this state of emergency doing anything to help? Government is stepping up, saying the call for help from the Cowichan Valley is working. The office of BC's Aboriginal Affairs Minister made this statement today. Provincial staff are working with the community through the Embracing Life initiative, which is the Cowichan's response to the state of emergency. This work plan outlines all of the existing programs and services available in the area and identifies community strengths and assets, as well as gaps and opportunities. The tribe says help has arrived, but the growing demand means more has to come.
Unfortunately, it's just really not enough.
As the rash of suicides worsens, so does concern on the reserve that this is a cycle the people here are not equipped to break.
Our people don't really show their grieving inside, but they do hurt inside because of the family member that took their lives.
The tribe is urging anyone who is considering suicide to please contact tribe councillors or local police. Scott Cunningham, CTV News, Duncan.